Hey everybody, welcome to Geek Addicts.
Hello and welcome to Geek Addicts, the pop culture podcast where we find a baby in a dumpster and go on an Ice Age style adventure to find its parents. My name is Matt. With me, my cross-dressing co-host, Bill. How's it going, Bill?
I don't like this one. I can assure you that is not me. But yeah, I'm. It's been a week. I say this every week. It's fucking cold, and I don't like it.
Yeah, it's been a lot more consistently cold lately. I mean, we've had a couple days where it's like not too bad, but like they're not warm days; they're just not windy days. That's the thing that sucks. Is like even the days that like would be halfway decent end up sucking because the wind is just fucking insane.
Yeah, and then it gets dark by like 5 o'clock, so it's like this sucks.
Yeah, I mean that's like the one like partial upside to me not doing as much overtime as I was doing for years is that now that it's dark early, like I'm actually getting a little bit of sunlight before the day ends.
Yeah, I'll never forget the old third shift days back at Richards where I legit during this time of year I would not see the sun just at all.
That must have been depressing.
It wasn't great. It really wasn't great. The actual work shifts were fine because no one. The one thing I will always say that is great about third shift was no one bothers you. It's peaceful, but my God, you have no life.
Well, that was my favorite part of working. I mean, not that I was really bothered that much of that job anyway, but that was one of my favorite parts about working. I used to do doubles on Fridays when we worked there. So like past I don't know what, like 3 o'clock, 3:30, there'd be like nobody there pretty much.
Oh yeah, night shift.
Except for that one time, our old coworker. I don't know if he was trying to fuck with me or if he was trying to fuck with somebody else, but he started playing porn over the loudspeakers.
Oh, I know. That's the same guy who was playing Pokemon Go on the ceiling fan.
Yeah, and also the guy who got me my current job.
Yeah,
because he works for the same company.
He used to do that all the time. Like he would just play like the fucking like generic porno sounds over the radio.
It was bizarre because obviously I have my headphones on and shit, but like I keep hearing like something like past it, even though I have like noise canceling headphones and shit. I'm like, wait, what the fuck is that? I'm like, oh shit, like what the fuck?
Yeah, like he probably wasn't messing with you. He was probably messing with one of the other guys. Yeah, he used to do that. He used to cover
probably.
He used to cover that giant grinder that another coworker we knew used to run. He used to cover that just giant drawings of dicks for no reason. And I would just be like, what are we doing like with our like right now?
Well, when you work the night shift, you got to keep yourself entertained somehow.
I guess. I mean, nothing will ever beat the one coworker we had who he had the bottle of liquid ass and he would just spray it at random places throughout the building.
Oh, I remember that.
Like I remember like when he almost like fucking made someone throw up in the bathroom because he sprayed it in there and then ran out.
Oh, I believe it.
The worst he did to me was I was running the lathes at the time, and that was when during the summer when like there was no AC because why would we have AC in that building?
Yeah,
and we had those giant fans going, and he sprayed it in the fans while I was working.
Oh.
And I'm like running the machine, and I'm all of a sudden panicking because for some reason I'm like, oh, I was thinking like, did the oil go bad in the machine? So I'm like running over to check, and then I see him laughing in the corner. I'm like, you bastard! I was like, you bastard. We used to have fun there.
That's great.
I'll never forget there was this one guy on nights who was in the straightening department. I don't know if you remember him. He was like the older guy. He got fired. Like it was like kind of bullshit. But
I don't know.
he
I don't
wasn't
think
there
so.
very long. I think you had started right around the point where he was just about let go. But
Hmm.
this guy was a trooper. Like he was the funniest guy. Like he was so worried about getting fired. Like he would always be like questioning things. Like I remember like this gallon of milk blew up in the fridge in the break room, and like I
Hmm.
walk in and he's just cleaning it, and I'm just like, I'm like, you don't have to do that. Like you're not gonna get in trouble. But he's like, no, I have to. Um, they used to walk
The
to the
fridge was a
store
fucking
because
mess.
yeah, I know. They used to walk to the goddamn Dunkin' Donuts up the street because they were afraid to drive because they thought they would get in trouble. I'm like, dude,
Hmm.
people go to fucking Walmart and just like chill for hours. Like you're good.
No, I remember the coworker we mentioned earlier. Uh,
Yeah.
there would be he would disappear for like an hour or two because he was walking to the dispensary to get pot.
Oh yeah. I went to Walmart for like an hour once. Just said fuck it. The machines were running.
Yeah.
Be
Oh.
amazing how like there was cameras there, but they did not pay attention to anything. Like holy shit.
Hmm. Yeah. No kidding. Yeah, he got away with a lot there. I
Ugh.
wonder. I wonder why they didn't last.
To be fair, I don't think anything had to do with that. I think it was they made that one really bad decision and that was it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. So what have you been up to this week, Bill?
This week, a couple animes. I've been playing some video games actually, believe it or not.
Not just the video games.
No, no. Well, I did play some Army Men, but that was for a crossover. Um, oh, and Crime Patrol. Right. Watch the
I was just
3D.
listening to that one earlier.
Say no to drugs. Anyways, um, I've been playing. So it's technically for a podcast, but I've been playing my first Call of Duty.
Oh, nice. Oh, right. Yeah. I don't know if you want me to say it, but I actually think you guys have mentioned it before, and this will be out
Oh no,
probably after that anyway.
he said it on the show. I'm playing Call of Duty World at War for Thraxum podcast.
That's the
And
only like post online Call of Duty I played the campaign for.
it's my first one ever, so that's been interesting to say the least. I got like
I
4 stages left.
remember I only played it once. We played the campaign through once, and that was only because for the Xbox version, you had to beat the campaign to unlock zombies. PlayStation, you just had it automatically.
Yeah, I noticed
But
that
on
right away. And I
Xbox,
was like,
on Xbox, you had to beat it first.
good times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been interesting though so far. I don't really think I missed much because it wasn't so much the Call of Duty games that turned me off of that series. It was the fan base more than anything.
That's fair. I spent like pretty much from late middle school all the way through high school playing Call of Duty, so I get it. I get it.
See, I was the kid. I was the kid who was confused when everyone was talking about COD. I was like, "Why is everyone talking about fish?" Like, I did not get it. I was so confused.
No, actually,
What-
it was funny. Funny enough, I was earlier this week. I was listening to last year's anime wrap up,
Mhm.
and I don't know why you made me think of it, but you kept talking about The Boy and the Heron because I think that was your least favorite movie for the year. But
most disappointing anyways.
I'm pretty sure you kept saying Boy and the Heron or a herring, like the
Probably.
fish.
Probably. Bring me
And I
herring.
was just giggling to myself listening to it. That's all I could think of was the fucking Monty Python.
Yeah. To be fair, me and Alex shat all over that movie. So
Just like
Um,
Robert Pattinson on that windowsill.
Robert, damn it, Robert.
But you guys both said you were gonna try and give it another watch just to try to watch it without each other, not just shit on the movie the whole time. But I don't know if you guys
Still
ever
haven't
did
done
that,
it.
but
Still haven't done it.
give it a couple years, come back to it. Although
I
I
watched-
did hear, I don't know how accurate it is, but I think Miyazaki is working on another film.
I've heard that. I'll wait and see. He's gonna have to top Wind Rises, and I still don't think he will. But
Well, I mean, at least The benefit for you will be that he won't be ending his career on The Boy and the Heron.
I mean, I didn't hate the movie. I just found it very disappointing.
Yeah, it wasn't the kind of, because I saw it in theaters actually. When we took Xander to Universal, we saw it in theaters at the Universal Theater, and it was still a good experience. Like I'm happy we did it, but it wasn't the kind of vibe I thought I was gonna get when I
See,
walked into that theater. Because at that point, I had only seen like 2 Ghibli movies,
hmm,
so I had a very specific idea of what Ghibli movies were, and that was not what I thought.
see, I made the horrible decision of watching because we did it for the 3 films. We watched Boy and the Herring back to back, followed by
You just did
Suzume.
it again. You just did it again.
Whatever. I'm gonna cut down the tallest tree in the forest. Um, but yeah, we watched those movies back to back, and putting that up against Suzume it's not even fair.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Suzume is almost a perfect movie.
Yeah. It's really good. It's probably one of my all-time favorite anime movies.
Yeah, it's funny how 2 of my favorites are both Shinkai films, but
Mhm.
because I remember when me and Alex did the top 10 favorite anime films, I tried to like not do multiples of things, and like that was my one cheat where I was like, all right, there's two Shinkai films here because I couldn't not have both.
Yeah. Did you The Wind Rises was on that list, right? Was that the
Yeah,
only Ghibli film on there, or
that was the only Ghibli film. If I were to have put another one, it would have probably been either Spirited Away or Porco Rosso, but
fair? Fair.
it was
I've
going
been
to easily
catching
be Wind
little
Rises.
I've been catching little pieces of that lately. Like I haven't like watched it in full again since the first time, but well, on my hard drive, when I plug my hard drive into the TV, uh the way it works is when you watch something through to the end, it just automatically puts on whatever is next in the list.
Hmm.
And when you watch Ponyo, the very next thing is Porco Rosso. So
That's fun. Now, Porco Rosso is a really good movie.
mhm. um or was it, no, it might have been after Panda Copanda, because
Oh,
Frankie
maybe.
likes that movie a lot. Um
So,
but yeah, I finished Oshinoku season 2.
what'd you think of those ending episodes?
Wow. That's
Like,
all I can't even, like, the fucking role reversal that they threw in at the end there. Like, I was not expecting that at all.
like
And
the
then
first,
the fucking stinger at the end,
uh huh,
the fucking post credit scene. Like,
uh
what
huh,
the fuck?
like the first half of that season is very good. Like, I love the play stuff. Like, I love like the Ruby, like not Ruby, the Aqua stuff. Like, because a lot of people are
Yeah,
very upset that like Ruby's barely in the second season. I'm like, well, she was barely in the manga at that point, so
I did
'cause-
notice that. And also, like, season 1, I feel like was very like Ruby idol focused.
yeah, it's a very manga accurate anime right now. And
Mhm.
she just wasn't very present in that section. She's going to be
Yeah.
very present in season 3. I mean, as we can already tell, but
I I kind of gathered that based on how that season
yeah,
ended. But yeah, holy shit.
it's
It's actually really funny too, because my coworker I've mentioned on the podcast a couple of times. Um so he does a lot of D&D stuff, and
mhm,
so like, and a lot of times like he's part of like the writing aspect of it, like he's like creating it all. And he has actually published a couple books about it too. But he and like his D&D group have essentially, like, just to kind of keep themselves fresh and kind of keep their writing chops, they kind of like set a like writing assignment for themselves where they all have to like write a story, and like there's like a big overarching like theme that they all have to do, and then they all have their own little stipulations, like for each individual person. Like, you have to write about this setting specifically, or you can't include this specifically because you do it too much, and we need to go outside the box a little bit. So the overarching theme they all have to do is reincarnation stories. They have to write isekais. And
fun.
he got a high school setting, and I know he's seen a bunch of isekais, but I didn't think he'd seen Ocean. would be a good thing to pull from.
Hmm.
And he like, oh, did I lose you?
You stuttered a little bit, but
Oh, yeah. So like, I figured that would be a good resource for him to pull from for inspiration. And he binged it in like 3 days. He was very impressed.
It's a very bingeable show. Like if that first episode doesn't hook you, then it's not for you. But if once it hooks you, oh man.
I mean, if you want to call it an episode, it's a movie.
It is, but if that movie, which is funny too, because that movie could be standalone, because the rest of the series isn't really like it at all, but it hooks you, and then you have to know what happens next.
Yeah, for sure. And then it like starts really going into like the seediness of the Japanese entertainment industry.
Oh yeah, it is
going real deep into it. Like
it is very much a deconstruction of the Japanese idol like scene, like even more than, which is funny because we watched Perfect Blue earlier this year, and that is also kind of a bit of a look at that sort of stuff. But like Oshinoko, was so much harder.
For sure. But it also has more time to like really do its thing, and it's not just there to fuck with your brain. Like it does, but like over time, not just within like a 2-hour period.
What's crazy though is that the ending of that season is like spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen it, but there's like 5 Wham episodes right in a row. Like the first one is like the father reveal at the end of that one episode where it's like, oh, like
yeah, and then it's like, oh, like and I didn't believe for a second that his dad was actually dead.
Well, yeah, they fake you out. And then it's like, oh.
But they're like, well, I mean, first of all, like, what are the odds that it's just like, oh, by the way, you're my brother? And I don't even know if that's 100% true.
I think they are. I think they are brothers, and then the dad is just that much of a scumbag.
Yeah, see, that's why I was wondering, because like, and I was talking to my coworker about this before. It's like, okay, so either somebody tampered with the DNA test and he's not actually his brother, or his dad is just fucking around with everybody, and like that infidelity there, or maybe it was a rape, who knows, but like whatever happened there is the reason that the half brother's parents killed themselves. Like there's a whole slew of things that could be going on in the background right now, and it's just fucking insane.
You know what the best part of that reveal though was? Like you see the dad at the graveyard where it's not even subtle that that's the dad. Like it's like, yeah.
Oh no, it's the hair. And, you see the hair and you're like, oh, there he is. There he is.
But the second you see him and you just hear that drum beat in the background, you're like, God damn, it's the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Because fucking burning is like what that ending theme works way too good for that show.
Yeah. And also like the other big thing that was just like, oh, his dad's not really dead is because like it shows the picture of the half brother's parents. And it's just like, okay, so where did the fucking like dirty blonde hair come from? Because that dude's hair is black and Ai's hair was like purple. So what the fuck?
Well, it's implied that Ai's hair isn't natural, but that's besides the point.
Wasn't her hair purple when we saw the flashback of her getting scouted?
Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
It's anime. Her hair can be purple if we want it to be. I mean,
I was gonna say, but then I remembered like we've got Kana with bright red hair and Akane with green hair. So I was like, yeah, wait a minute,
yeah. But yeah, it's all I'm saying is I'm honestly relieved that I waited as long as I did to watch season 2, because now I'm
watching it fucking week to week. Oh,
well, I'm gonna be going through it with you guys in season 3. So,
God, season 2 though, like those fucking Wham episodes, like when we got there, I was like, no, like this is worse than Solo Leveling.
Yeah, well, big time. But yeah, aside from that, I since it, for context, it is the week before Thanksgiving right now. And with December quickly approaching, there's a lot of new stuff coming out in January, a lot of season 2s and season 3s and such. So I decided that with the time I have remaining in the year, I should go through and rewatch a bunch of the stuff that's getting new seasons. So first of all, I rewatched Undead Unluck because it's not getting a new season right away, but we are getting a special on Christmas Day. So
nice.
I wanted to refresh myself on that because it's been a little bit since I watched it. And by the way, I didn't pick up on this the first time I watched it because I hadn't seen what it was referencing, but it makes a pretty significant reference to another series. It actually has a very big role in the series that you would get a kick out of.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you'll know it as soon as you see it.
Yeah, if I get to that, probably next year.
To the point where like I was honestly debating whether I was going to try and push for that to be Slade's assignment for next year, but now I don't know. Or me and Alex are going to have to talk about it because I know her and I are the only ones who have seen it because she'll know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes up. Because now I kind of want to give it to you as an assignment.
We'll see.
But we'll see. We'll see. It's only 24 episodes.
Yeah, that's
as of
acceptable.
now. And by next year, there'll be a special too, which will probably be like an hour and a half at most. So I know season 2 is confirmed, but I have no idea when it's actually going to happen, especially since it's a Hulu original.
So Disney Plus original, I guess.
But I mean, they're still doing the specials, so I don't think they're just going to dump it just because Hulu's getting absorbed. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But aside from that, I rewatched Hell's Paradise season 1, and I will say maybe it was just the overwhelming nature of the storyline in that show the first time I went through it, but going through it a second time, I found that I enjoyed it a lot more than the first time. I still think that a lot of the problems I have with it still hold, but now that I'm not just kind of like scratching my head like what the fuck is going on, and I actually like have time to sit and like pay attention to the individual parts. Especially those first 4 episodes are fucking fantastic. It like really reels you in. And I really wanted to give it another chance because I was so like unenthused about like Solo Leveling and Don after the first seasons, and then the second seasons came through and fucking kicked ass. So I really wanted to give it another shot and see if maybe it'll be able to fucking turn my opinion. I was gonna watch season 2 anyway, but now that I've rewatched season 1, I'm optimistic. We'll see. And I'm only 1 episode in so far, but I did start a rewatch of Trigun Stampede as well, since that's getting the Stargazer series coming out soon.
Yeah, it's another one I gotta get around to at some point.
Well, that one's easy because even the original anime is only like 24, 25 episodes, and then the Stampede is only 12. So
it's not that the length is going to be a problem. It's just that I have so many things on the blog right now.
Yeah, but at the same time, having a small length is easy to justify starting it because you get through it quick enough, and then you can move on to something else. It's not the same as starting like My Hero, where you're stuck on that for however long, a couple months. However long it is.
Honestly, like most of my backlog right now, aside from JoJo's, is all pretty short length stuff.
So maybe who knows? Maybe you'll win next year. Probably not, but
I don't think I'm going to go as hard next year, but we'll see.
Neither am I. I'm gonna be much more lax about next year because I have a lot of non-anime stuff I want to watch too. The gauntlet was thrown, so I had to fucking toss it down.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's pretty much what I mean, obviously the ongoings.
Yeah.
Spy Family, the bus jacking is going to start
it's coming.
This week.
Spy Family. We got a Yor episode. Yor got an episode. Hooray.
Mm-hmm.
And we finally saw Damien's mom.
Yep. And she's
exactly what I expected.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, I think as much as I love the Spy Family manga, it just hits so much different in anime.
Oh, for sure. Like, and I didn't look it up. Who played her?
We don't know. Unconfirmed.
Really?
Nobody knows.
Released the episode, so she should be in the credits, right?
She's not. Like, it's a mystery right now. No one knows. She's really good though. Like, it's a good voice.
Oh, for sure.
I loved Yor playing volleyball though.
Yep.
But the poor thing can't do anything without destroying shit.
Hey, at least he didn't have any like another tennis situation where she just fucking dices it.
Well, she sent it into orbit this time, so
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
poor York. She tried so hard.
Oh, and you're not keeping up with the week to week chapters, but
No.
Mr. Elegant just can't catch a break, man.
I've heard.
That poor bastard.
But yeah, the bus hijacking's coming up, and
it's gonna start this week. It's gonna be like that back half of the episode. I'm very excited for it.
I can't wait till we get to the end with your running to the fucking bus on foot.
So yeah, that's been great. I've been loving this season of Spy
Have
Family.
you been keeping up with My Hero?
I have.
What do you think of that latest episode?
That was wild. I kind of figured that we were going to get to a point where he was going to start snatching powers.
I had a suspicion that one All for One, or not All for One, One for All wasn't going to survive this fight, and I think I see how it's going to happen.
Yeah, well, I mean, it looks like he's going to be using it as a projectile weapon, I guess, in some way, shape, or form, or like a time bomb, kind of.
Yeah, Deku's getting fucked up in this fight. Like, holy
shit. Yeah, I mean, all of them are really. I mean, fucking Bakugo's hanging on by a thread.
Yeah, and Edshot is a thread.
Yeah, this is true.
This is true. Yeah, everybody's fucked up in this fight. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's made it out of this unscathed so far.
Yeah. Well, at least all the people who were involved, yeah.
Basically, all the characters we've come to love are getting destroyed right now.
I mean, All Might's pretty much going to be like Guy Sensei at the end of Naruto. He's going to be in a wheelchair from going forward.
He's not doing great. Endeavor's not doing great right now.
I don't even. It was a little bit since I watched season 7, so I don't even remember where he left off. I know he wasn't in great shape, but I didn't remember him being like broken.
He doesn't have an arm.
Oh, that's fine. Whatever.
And he like is missing half of his like torso.
Oh, well, that's not good.
And they all got that entire
anime characters lose arms all the time.
And that entire family got like fucking scorched, like the entire family. So
yeah.
They ain't doing
so hot. Now they all match. Todoroki doesn't have to feel so alone. He doesn't feel like Zuko anymore.
Yeah, I know, right? We haven't seen the Gravity Girls group in a while. Ugachaka.
I mean, they're Ugachaka. Well, I mean, last time we saw her, wasn't she like bleeding out? And then
she was. The last scene we saw was
turned into her, gave her a transfusion.
Yeah, they like made out and then just kind of laid there on the ground. It was like, okay, that's happening.
Well, I mean, I don't know where that's gonna end up ultimately. I mean, I know Ugachaka is gonna be fine probably, but
yeah,
I don't know how everybody else is doing. Frogma was there too, wasn't she?
Sue, I think so. Maybe. I don't remember. I know the earphone jack lost an ear.
Yeah, that's about right.
Nobody's doing great right now.
Oh, that's the other thing I'm excited about is we're getting Vigilante season 2.
Oh yeah. Yes, that'll be fun.
Very excited about that. The turnovers for these season 2s have been very consistent, like very quick. I've noticed this couple of years.
So Fragrant Flower has one episode left.
I know.
That fucking cliffhanger they left us on.
What was it again?
He basically confessed to her, and then they just
they just kind of like they just kind of let it slide. They're just like, all right, they're not going to bring that up.
Well, you know it's going to get brought up next episode,
probably, or they'll save it for season 2, one or the other. But that being said, like this show has been really good about breaking a lot of the rules that are usually, par for the course. And
yeah, the only show that does it faster is Horimiya.
True. Oh, and by the way, as far as Undead Unluck goes, don't let anybody fool you. It's not a battle show. It's a rom-com disguised as a battle show.
Fair enough. Um,
That's true.
so I did start one other show
What's that?
because it relates to some of our ongoing series. I finally started watching Death Note.
Nice. There you go.
Holy ocean dub.
Oh yeah, big time.
Holy ocean dub.
Now you get that Brian Drummond.
Brian Drummond's fine. I don't have a problem with Brian Drummond. He does great. Light is okay. That's about what I expected. What the fuck's going on with L's voice? Like, what is going on there?
I don't know. I've been watching Death Note since I was 14, so
That was a choice.
it just doesn't even it just doesn't even register in my brain anymore. But
like when he was talking with that like filter, that's why I expected his voice was gonna sound like, but then he had this like deep voice, and I was like, I don't like this. I'm like, I don't like this at all.
Oh god.
Oh, and Misa's voice is like ears on a chalkboard.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's the worst part. That's the worst part about this show. I'm like, anytime she's on screen, I'm like, go away. Go back to the manga. At least in the manga, I can tolerate you.
So are you just kind of like watching it in bits and pieces, or are you actually gonna like watch it all the way through?
I'm gonna watch it probably all the way through. I'm 20 episodes in, so I might as well finish it.
I guess so.
If I don't
Kind of
finish
spoils
it,
our manga review though.
that's okay. It'll honestly help because half the time I'm struggling through the episodes.
That's fair. Maybe at some point we can watch the relight, like kind of like recap movies.
Yeah, I mean we'll talk about the anime itself at some point in the future too, because it's a lot. It is an interesting experience.
It is. I mean, that was like one of the first big like, oh, anime can be like this too for me. Like, because by the time I saw Death Note, like my experience with anime was like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon Ball, Yu Yu Hakusho. That's about it. Like that was my experience with anime up to that point. So
yeah,
Death Note really kind of like was like, whoa.
Yeah, it's it hits different than the manga.
Mm-hmm. And you know what's funny? Oh well, yeah, because the music fucking makes the show.
Yeah,
the music like really ramps up everything. How do you like that chip scene?
Yeah, that was
they make it so intense.
It's an experience. That is the nicest way of saying it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about all I've watched other than that.
Yeah. Well, what were there other ongoings we were both watching, or is it just Spy Family and Fragrant Flower and My Hero?
Yeah.
Because I know I'm watching a bunch of ongoings right now, but I don't remember which ones you're watching.
Those are the only three I've got currently.
Gotcha. Yeah, because Gachi Akuda's still continuing to be fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's on my list. One of the many things on my list.
At this point, you're probably just better off waiting until the season's done.
Yeah, that's how it's probably going to go because I have to watch the next anime swap show too, so that's going to be that's my next project after Death Note.
And what else? Oh yeah, campfire cooking. That's going well. I'm still really enjoying that one.
Nice.
Yeah, it's going good. I finished Dragon Quest VI this week.
Nice.
Finally, so I've officially closed the book on the Zenithian trilogy.
That's 6 is good. It's not 6 has that horrible place of having to follow 2 of the best in the series.
3 of the best, really, because I still go
3's up there too. Yeah.
3. It's. I feel bad saying it because by the time I was done, I really enjoyed my time with it. But it is easily the worst of the Zenithian trilogy.
Well, I mean, it has to follow 4 and 5.
Yeah, because 4 did some really interesting story structure.
4,
5 just had an incredible story.
5 has an incredible story, and it's one of the first fucking Pokemon games, essentially.
Yeah,
it had very innovative. I can't speak. innovative gameplay, an amazing story, and just an all-around awesome experience. 4 is just a cool RPG. Like 4 is just such a cool game from start to the end.
Like honestly, if I had an easy way for her to do it, like that's like realistically, if I was gonna have Cindy play a Dragon Quest game, it would be 4. 4 would be the one I would throw.
4. The reason I always recommend 4 is because 4 might not have the strongest story, but it has by far the strongest cast of characters in that series.
Yeah, well, that's why Tornaco's in every fucking subsequent like Dragon Quest spinoff game ever since. Like
Tornaco's great. I love the dancers. I love the hero. I love everybody that you run into in that game.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
And I love the fact that it literally makes you really connect with like all of them right at the start with the whole chapters of the Trojan structure.
Yeah, for sure.
Because like you get really so much time with I love that Tornaco's mission is just running a store.
Dude, that was one of my favorite parts of the game. I loved it.
With his bizarrely attractive wife.
And like I didn't realize that I fucked up until after the fact, but there is a pretty good way to just fucking mine for a bunch of gold. Like if you just get a shit ton of item drops and don't convert them into cash, then he carries over all those items, and then you could just sell them all later once you have your party together.
Oh yeah. The more you know.
I didn't think ahead. I didn't think ahead in that play. I was just enjoying my time with it though. I fucking loved that section of the game.
So your next one is 7, right?
When I jump back into Dragon Quest, yeah, my next one's 7.
Which version of 7 do you plan on playing?
I have the 3DS version.
Okay, you're good then.
But they're also remaking it for Switch, apparently.
That one might also be good. Don't play the original PlayStation. That game, it's a fine game. The intro is like 2 hours long. It is slow. Like it takes like 3 hours to get to a battle. I swear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, I already years ago invested the money to get the 3DS version, so there's no reason for me to play the original.
It's a fascinating thing especially if you're a massive fan of the PlayStation. But yeah, the 3DS version is just better.
Yeah, I have the 3DS copies of 7 and 8, so
okay. You're good then.
The only one I still don't have is 11. It's the only one I need.
I mean, thankfully
at some point I'll just get a chip for the Switch.
Yeah, thankfully that's very easy to find.
Yeah, I'll either I want to get a chip for the Switch just so that like Cindy has the availability to play it if she wants.
You have to be careful with the Switch though, because Nintendo is weird.
It's a chip though, and they invented the whole concept of virtual cards specifically to be able to lend them out. So I can't see them being mad that we're sharing a chip at the same household. We're on the same family plan, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, this is Nintendo though.
Yeah,
they don't have.
Apparently they're. Well, I don't know if this is true because I saw it on Facebook, so it's entirely possible it's bullshit. But I did read something I think today that they were getting mad and trying to sue over the new Steam machine because it looks like the GameCube.
I saw that going around. Yeah.
It's like what? First you patent fucking monster catching mechanics, and now you're gonna patent a cube, the shape. Like you can't do that, Nintendo. You can't fucking do that.
It's spherical. The only company eviler than Nintendo is Disney. Like, let's be real here.
Yeah. Everyone says that that Ghibli is the Disney of Japan, but no, it's be real, it's Nintendo.
No, he isn't gonna. So he isn't. If you die at Ghibli's park, that I'm just pretending exists, he's not gonna say you can't sue because you signed up for his streaming service.
Yeah, right. Fucking crazy.
Or he's gonna sue a terminally ill child for putting Spider-Man on his headstone.
It's insane, dude. Yeah, Nintendo is fucking insane.
Nintendo is just as bad. Like they are just as bad.
But yeah, I enjoyed my time on Dragon Quest Six. I was really happy by the end of it. I think part of it was because like it just you played it, right?
Oh yeah.
So like the whole like how it starts off where you're fighting like the Dread Fiend, which they lead you to believe is like the big bad of the game, which obviously I knew was bullshit, but that's what they lead you to believe at the beginning. And then like you get fucking warped to the dream world. You don't remember who you are. I was just so confused trying to just like navigate through that. And then we started doing like the world swapping thing, and like it took a little while. Like it wasn't until really the pieces started coming together about like what was going on that I started to really kind of be like, oh, okay, and just like kind of sit back and enjoy the game as it was. But I kind of like that they were kind of doing the free run thing before free run, because even like by the time you figure out what's going on and you go and you actually fight the guy that you were going up against at the beginning, like that's only like I think it was only like 12 hours into the game at that point. So like we beat him like at the 12-hour mark, and then it's like, yay, we beat him. Everything's cool. Like there's still monsters, but that's cool. Like everything's happy again. And like you don't actually get the like textual reveal of the Archfiend until like hour 40.
Yeah.
So like for most of the game, you're like, yay, he's dead. Let's go on an adventure. I still got to find my real world self.
Yep.
So it was a kind of a cool aspect about the game that I enjoyed.
It's interesting. It's different. That's the thing I love about that trilogy is all three of those games are very different.
Yeah, and even like they're supposed to kind of be in the same realm, because you know the Zenithian like people are like a big factor in all three games, but like you kind of get the feeling that it's not the same timeline. Like they're all different paths.
You get the feeling it's a bit of a stretch.
Oh, for sure. It's not like the first three games where it was very clearly like a timeline. This feels more like these three are separate entities. But at the same time, like it was just kind of like glazed over. Like nobody even called attention to it. But towards the end of 6, you just randomly meet this farm boy. His name is Erdrick. And they don't even they do nothing with that. They're just like, oh yeah, his name is Erdrick. He's like, oh yeah, let me help you out with this thing, and then they move along. Nothing comes of it. I don't know if that's something in like the post game or something that goes into that at all, but you just completely glaze over that. Just okay, bye, Erdrick. See you later.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did Drac ever finish it? I know he was playing it a while ago.
You'd have to ask him. I have no idea.
Oh well.
He goes through games so often. I have no idea what he's playing half the time.
That's fair. I feel like he doesn't he can't put a ton of focus into a long RPG in one stretch all the time.
Depends on the game.
I feel like he likes quicker games.
He likes RPGs though. He's a big Dragon Quest fan, so like.
Well, I'm not saying he doesn't like RPGs. I'm just saying like he's the kind of guy who likes to bounce around to different games.
I mean, he powered through Persona 4. I know that.
That's true. This is true.
But yeah. It's 42 minutes. We probably should get into our next our actual topic for this episode.
This is what we get for not having a segment. If we just our preamble ends up taking up half the episode.
I know. Next year we'll get back into the segments, but we're doing our next for Christmas month. We're talking about a movie that's borderline Christmas themed.
It's super Christmas. There's so many Christmas miracles in this movie.
Yes, but like they bring up Christmas like once at the start, and then that's about it. We're talking about the third Satoshi Kon film, Tokyo Godfathers.
Yes, a movie I have only heard of through you, and I think that is kind of a crime because this is an amazing movie. I loved every second of it.
Yeah, so I've said in the past, like I said it when we talked about Perfect Blue. Satoshi Kon, like if Miyazaki is the Disney of the Walt Disney of anime, Satoshi Kon was definitely the Don Bluth. Like he would just do different things that were kind of edgy, but like were still amazing, like stories. And Tokyo Godfathers is like the weird oddity in his set of films where it's the only one that's not deliberately a mind fuck.
There's definitely some moments. Like, it's not like you're going crazy kind of mind fuck, but it's like,
it's unhinged. It is a very
oh
unhinged
yeah,
film.
oh yeah,
It's actually his most wholesome film. It is a Christmas themed film. Um, and it's kind of like Matt said in the beginning, almost like Ice Age plot wise.
yeah. Because it's like it's these three homeless people who just kind of like they're just kind of like rolling together, and they just like find a baby in a giant pile of trash, and like the whole movie is them trying to essentially find the kid's parents.
But then they also find the true meaning of like family at the same time.
Yeah,
Because they're all estranged from their families, in a sense.
yeah. Well, I mean, in one of the cases, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but yeah.
Yeah. Um, and they're also all three very different people. So I guess for like the main characters of this movie, we have um I've already forgotten his name. I think it was Gen.
Jin.
Jin. Um, who is a they're all homeless, hobos, as they refer to themselves as. He's kind of the tradition, the most typical. He's a drunk. He basically he just that's his life now.
He's
Um,
like your typical homeless wino.
yes. Then we have Hana, who boy are they hard to describe
Yeah,
nowadays.
yeah.
Um, they
They're
are
definitely
a
doing something with this movie with this character. But you also gotta keep in mind this movie came out in what 2004,
three. So
three. Yeah, so it
and
was
it's
definitely a different time period.
keep in mind 2003 Japan.
So basically, like the 80s.
Yeah. Um, this character Hana is I'm assuming a transsexual character. Um,
Or it's hard
sorry,
to
not
place really.
not the right word. A transgendered character. Um, that's kind of the assumption I get. For the time, probably not the same phrasing. There's some words right at the start where I'm like, oh, that's you can't say that nowadays.
Yeah, well, it's kind of hard to place because there's multiple points where this character, claims that they want to be a mother, and that's kind of like the only. Well, no, there's a couple. No. Maybe it's just straight transgender. There's a few points where you start to wonder. It's just like, do they just want just a cross dresser? Like, because there was a point where they were at like a cross dressing like bar. I don't know. There's a lot of points where it's hard to tell like whether this character is just a gay cross dresser or transgender. It's hard to tell a lot of the time.
I think the implication is transgendered because there were it's implied that they had a lover, like a male lover, and that they acted like a husband and wife kind of thing going on there.
Yeah.
But it's not very clear because it's frankly it's not really a huge part of the plot. It's kind of just a thing.
It's more of a character trait.
It's a character trait, which is interesting because I still think Hana is arguably the most developed of the three in a lot of ways.
Oh, for sure.
Because they have by far the biggest character arc throughout this movie. And then there's Mizuki, I think her name was.
Miyuki.
She is the most relatable out of the three.
She's kind of your typical teenage runaway. Only not so typical because we find out later in the movie that she stabbed her dad because her cat ran away.
Yes, I think it's supposed to be deeper than that, but like
they don't get into any of that though. So if it is deeper, it was completely abandoned.
It's also implied that she's been a runaway for a while because in that flashback, you noticed she was a lot more heavyset.
Well, you also figure however long it's been, she's been homeless the whole time.
Yeah,
it's not like she's been eating regularly.
Yeah, I mean, it has to have been at least a bit because even not eating it does still take some time to lose all that weight.
True. Well, I mean, if her life is anything like the events of this movie, she's been running around a whole lot.
True. Yeah. You know what I thought of? What character she reminded me the most of?
What's that?
She's this. She's the older sister from the Wild Thornberrys.
I can see that.
Debbie.
I mean, less kind of like preppy, but
I don't know. All I remember about Debbie was she would always be like, "I hate everything. Why am I here? I just want to go to the mall."
Well, this character has a lot more rights to feel that way.
True. Yeah, and the plot of this movie is crazy because it basically starts on Christmas Eve, and they find the baby in the dumpster, and then it's like this whole like quest to find its real parents, and shit just gets wacky from here on out.
Oh, like it like doesn't stop. Like it's the most wild series of events like in any Christmas movie I've ever seen.
Like this scene, we're not going to go plot by plot because it's kind of hard because this movie is all over the place.
Yeah, and we
like,
both watched it for the first time like literally an hour ago. So
yeah.
there was too much going on for us to be like, you know, keeping notes.
Even then, like, there's a definitive plot, but that plot is so like there's no like progression. It's just a fucking wave of like everything going on.
Mm-hmm.
But it's somehow not a confusing mess.
Yeah, like yeah. Compared to the other Satoshi Kon movies I've seen, no, this movie was incredibly easy to follow.
Yeah, and it has a happy quote unquote ending.
I'd say it was pretty happy. I mean, they don't go into it, but Jin won the lottery.
He did.
And Miyuki found her family again. I don't know, what would come of that, but and then Hana reconnected with all the friends over at the club. So I don't know. I have to assume they're gonna go back there at some point.
Yeah. I was thinking more.
They also might be dying.
Yeah, it's unclear. I was thinking more of the main antagonist of this film? Question mark.
The baby.
Yeah. Damn it, Kyoko. Or whatever her actual name was.
I don't think they revealed it at any point.
I think it actually was said right at the end, but we both completely probably just missed it. But like when I think of moments in this movie is nothing but like big-lipped alligator moments. Like,
oh yeah,
my favorite scene, just because it's like what, is there's a scene where they're at like this little like food mart, and they're just chilling there, and some like drunk guy gets in a fight with them, and they start like just fighting out on the street. Then a fucking ambulance just crashes right into the store out of nowhere.
And I'm laughing my ass off as this is happening because it crashes into the store, and then you hear on the loudspeakers in the store being like, all these wonderful holiday deals, save all this money. All I can think is them just walking in and just taking a bunch of shit. Like, don't mind if I do.
Well, there was that. There was also the kind of the thought of like, if they were still arguing inside, they probably all would have fucking died. But also my favorite is that the ambulance driver gets there. It's like, somebody call an ambulance.
That was fantastic. This movie's funny as shit. Like, there's a lot of like really sad and like kind of dark moments throughout this movie, but it's also wicked fucking funny.
Like, to me, like one of the most like insane scenes in this movie is like the so the main character Jin, whatever his name was, he is a unreliable narrator throughout the movie. Like, he tells this whole sob story about how his family died and he got framed in this like sports fixing thing, and that's why he has no family and is like shamed as a bum. But then we find out later it was all a lie and that his family is alive and he's just a gambling drunk.
Yeah, he just like racked up a bunch of debts and ended up just leaving.
But then when Hana gets sick and they have to go to the hospital, he finds out that his daughter that supposedly died but is actually very much alive is a nurse, and they have this kind of heartwarming like reunion. only for Hana to just completely just go off on all of their grievances right then and there.
Well, I mean, he was pissed because fucking, like, he did the whole sob story thing, and then I think the thing that really set Hana off was the fact that Jin's daughter was talking about her fiance, and like literally the exact same sob story that Jin had given earlier is that guy's actual story, and like, and just the irony of it was just fucking insane.
Yeah. I love that scene too, because like they have this sweet moment, and then like she just has this look of shock on her face as like this is happening.
Yep.
And even Mayuki doesn't know what to say either. She's just sitting there like, what?
Yeah. And
also,
then, like, the whole bit with Santa Claus earlier, there was this other homeless dude, because there was one point where like they all kind of split up because God, this movie is so insane. It's hard to bounce around without explaining everything. So at one point they were at like a party because they saved a dude who was trapped under a car.
Yeah, that scene. Like that's another scene where it's like, what?
So basically they're like going down the street and they're like, oh, who would park their car in the middle of the road like this? And then they walk around the car and there's a dude just under the car and the car is like rolling on top of him and they push it off of him. And he's like, oh, let me, take you to my daughter's wedding because yay, you saved me. And like at one point they end up seeing the dude that Jin owed all that money to, and he's like going to like beat the shit out of him. And then out of nowhere, one of the waitresses, who, spoiler, is actually a dude in disguise, shoots the guy and then takes fucking Miyuki hostage, who's holding the baby. So there's this whole thing where Hana's trying to find them and fucking Jin just fucks off, and he ends up going and finding this other, even older homeless dude. And this is the kind of like string of events. This was all within like what, 5 minutes?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like this is the kind of string of events that this movie takes you on. It's a wild ride.
Yeah, and then while that's happening, freaking Mayuki is like taken to like this like random like slum, and she's like, I don't want to be a sex slave, but it's actually he took her to his wife, I think.
They also have a baby, so like all of a sudden it's just like, oh, she's just the wife of the dude who shot the guy is just breastfeeding both babies.
Yeah,
there is like, two. There
is two scenes of just straight up nipple like breastfeeding in this movie, and I'm just like, what?
Yeah, well, yeah. I was gonna say both cases, it's like it's not like a sex thing. It's literally it's breastfeeding. It's natural.
It's there. It's like, oh, huh.
But it's done so casually. It's like, oh, okay, there it is.
It's just weird because you're so not, you don't see that a lot in American content. So like when you see it in Japanese stuff, you're like, oh right, yeah, they don't care about stuff like that.
I feel like I'm starting to get desensitized to it because I've watched a lot of anime films this year, and it happens a lot more than you would think.
Yeah, it's weird. That's why when it happens, I'm always like, oh, okay, I see.
This Ghibli films is straight up like just, all right, here's a baby. Let me just whip out my tit real quick.
Yep. God, fucking Japan is amazing and weird at the same time.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, this movie, man, it's hard to like. It's hard to explain, but it's easy to follow.
Well, because like later on, we get to that scene right at the end where they finally have reached their destination, and Gin is off somewhere because they had their falling out over the falling out in quotation marks because they make up so fast in this goddamn movie.
Yeah, well, I mean, they only have each other to rely on, so
they had their falling out over the hospital thing, and they're just randomly Hana and Mayuki are just like walking down the street, and this was a blink it or miss.
No, they're walking down the bridge, and I saw it, and you didn't.
Yeah. I'm so desensitized that I didn't even question it. I was like, oh, that's fine. Nothing to see there.
Because like as they're walking down, like Hana's all upset about something and being like, oh, I should just take off my shoes and just hop up on the rail and throw myself over the bridge. And as Hana is saying this, in the background, there's a chick who is climbing up on the railing, getting ready to throw herself over the edge of the bridge.
I didn't even question it. I was like, yeah, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. And then it turns out it's the woman that they've been searching for.
But also turns out to not be the actual mother of the child and actually stole the baby from the hospital.
Yeah, because there's a scene where Jin hears this like TV report about a baby that was stolen, so he immediately goes to the address of the husband, and then the husband's it's like a literal shithole, and he's all like, "Oh, I left that bitch. I'm trying to turn my life around. I want a scratch ticket. See, it's already working."
Yeah, I won 100,000 yen, which is like what, $800 at that time.
Not, and it's not a lot.
Which is ironic because I'm pretty sure they never blatantly come out and say it, but it's heavily implied that Jin won 100 million yen at the same lottery.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, because it's not really important, the plot. It's just kind of like one of those things that happens, and you're like, oh.
Just yet another Christmas miracle in this movie.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them. Like when they're at the graveyard, and they're like, oh no, we lost all the baby's formula, and what are we going to do? And then they look, and there's a fucking grave that just has diapers and formula and bottles and all this other random shit that they need for a baby.
They steal memorials from the graves. And I'm just like, God damn.
Well, you have to imagine that happens all the time in Japan.
Oh, I'm sure.
And it, like people homeless, like just running around, like because people, especially in like Japanese culture, people leave that kind of shit at grave sites all the time.
Oh yeah,
just sitting there.
It's a shame because most of that gets thrown away too because you can't just leave food out like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's also the subplot of Mayuki is like, at first we don't really know what her deal is, but then there's the scene where like her dad sees her on the train, on a different train because they're stopped because of snow. So she'd heard excuses. I'm going to jump out the window and just run away.
Yeah, and that's when she drops the formula, and they're like, "Oh shit, we got nothing." And also, there's no way that baby isn't sick as fuck because they were walking. Because this whole movie takes place between Christmas Eve and New Year's.
Yes,
and they, literally throughout the whole movie, they're just walking around Tokyo in the snow with a baby.
Yeah, yeah, anime.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Which is why, like, I was like, as I'm watching all this crazy shit happen, I'm like, this is just Ice Age. Like,
yeah. Well, there's also that really morbid joke where Jin goes to like the police station. He's like, "I have some trash to throw away," and so the guy just pulls out the little
tiny
bin,
dustbin,
and he's like, "I won't fit in that." I'm just like, God damn, man.
And then, like, almost immediately, he meets the other homeless gentleman, and like,
oh no, that was before that because after.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, because the scene after that is when he goes lies in the trash, and I made the joke. Because he randomly sees this hallucination of this like lady in like a weird like costume, and I made the joke about, oh no, I fell asleep next to the cosplaying event. Then it turned out it was actually
because that was after he got beat up because he was lying there bleeding on the ground, and then he saw the cos because she was part of the the club that Hana used to work.
Right. At. Yeah, no, you're right. I'm mixing them up because he found the homeless guy in the street. That's what it was.
This is what I'm saying. Like, it's easy to follow as you're watching it, but trying to explain it, it's like so much happens throughout. This movie's only an hour and a half long. It's like standard length, but there's so much that happens throughout the course of this movie that like it's you follow it along just fine as you're watching it, but trying to explain it is like it's a fucking mess.
The soundtrack is so goofy too. Like it's got the most like perfect vibe for this kind of movie.
Like, what was the scene where like? Was it when Jim was reunited with his daughter? It started playing that one song. What the
yeah,
it was like a fucking opera song or some shit.
And I was just like odd time.
Everyone's heard. I don't know the name of it, but everyone's heard it.
What's another great scene? Oh, also the freaking animation in this movie is so deranged.
Oh yeah, well, especially like Hana's faces, like whenever they're freaking out about something, like it's always like super detailed and crazy.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Like that. Like that scene where they're after they realize the horrible mistake they've made by giving Kyoko away to Sachiko, who is not her mother. They start running to look for her, and then we get literally the best Fast and Furious movie in years at the end there. Um,
Yeah.
but she like runs up to this random couple on the street. She's like, "Is this the baby?" No,
Yeah.
sorry. And then just runs off.
It's like the most unhinged faces throughout this whole thing.
And then we get like this Blues Brothers style car chase where like they're like Sachiko steals a fucking truck, and then Jin steals a bike, and then they're just running after because there's a scene where it's like that lady stole my truck, but that guy stole my bike, that woman stole our baby as they're all running.
And the constant like the continuous like mini arc with the cab driver. Like it's just so funny.
The poor cab driver who just wants to be left alone and keeps running into Hana, and he's like, "Oh no,
What have I done? Why did I drive down this road?"
she's back." Yeah, there's all that funny stuff, and then to me, the thing that makes this movie almost like absolutely like the perfect kind of ending, aside from the so there is a bit of an odd implication of then you never see Sachiko get in trouble. They kind of imply that she gets off scot-free.
Well, we don't know that.
I don't know. It's
So
very.
we see her hanging up the building, and then she gets pulled up because literally we go from Hana's miracle save of the baby.
Oh
falling
yeah,
off
we
the
have to talk
building.
about that for a minute because so the end of the chase is Sachiko climbs up to the top of his building and is going to jump with the baby,
Yeah.
and Mayuki basically tells her not to, and we find out the reason she stole the baby is because she had a miscarriage, which is tragic. But then she decides she's gonna jump anyways, and then her husband shows up and tells her not to, like don't throw her life away, and then she's like, "I'll see you in the next life. I want to be reborn," and jumps anyways. Which then Mayuki catches her, but then because physics, she starts to slip, and then
she's a 15-year-old girl trying to hang on to this grown woman with a baby in the snow, hanging over the edge of a building. It wasn't going to work out.
No. So then Jin and Hana also go and grab her. And then as they're in the struggle, the baby falls. And then Hana fucking Spider-Woman's down the fucking building, and then Mary Poppins with a banner and lands on the ground.
Yeah, it was the wildest save I've ever seen in anything. It was
for the most part, this movie was fairly realistic for anime standards. And then that happened. I was like, no.
To be fair, a banner that big, might as well be a sail.
Maybe.
I don't know if you've ever experienced high winds in the city, but when they're going through like, those kinds of like streets where it's just like a straight path, the wind starts hitting that wind tunnel, it's possible. I'm just saying. It's not it's the stars would have to eliminate again, Christmas Miracle.
It was the most ridiculous part of this movie, but I loved it. I was like, what? I was like, okay.
But going back to what I was saying, like it goes literally from Hana's like miraculous save to straight to the hospital. And then we don't see anything from that crazy lady for the rest of the movie. So, I mean, we know the police were there. So who knows? Yeah. Maybe she was in the hospital. Maybe she got sent to a mental institution because I'm sure she needs it. But we don't know exactly what happened. So
yeah,
who knows?
And then we get like the biggest full circle moment is they're in the hospital waiting on the actual parents get reunited with their child, and they have this whole thing about they're like, well, are you sure you want to meet the people? Like they're technically homeless, and they're like, we don't care. And they're like, all right. They're like, we want to ask if they want to be her godfathers. And I'm like, the title. They finally referenced it.
There it is.
And then the final full circle moment is once they go in to meet them in the room, the officer that is the detective that is taking them in to meet them is Mayuki's dad.
And that's kind of like the point we leave off on. But
yeah, it goes to credits right after that, but it's very much a full circle kind of thing where it's like, oh, all the loose ends have been tied up for the most part.
I'd
Um,
say ultimately it was a happy ending for everybody.
it was a positive ending. We don't know enough of what's going on to know. It was positive. It was happy for the family. They got their kid back. Um,
Well, Hana found her family, and so did Mayuki,
true,
and
but she also
I mean,
might be
Jin found his
terminally
daughter and
ill.
hit the lottery. So
True,
none of them have to be homeless anymore.
true, and hopefully Mayuki can fix things with her family.
Well, Mayuki did. She did see the ad earlier in the movie
I had
that
that her
her dad
cat
had
came
put
home.
out saying that her cat came home and that he forgives her. So
Yeah.
I'd say all
Um,
told, everything ended up working out.
yeah, it is definitely Tokyo Godfathers is one of those movies where you watched and you're like, damn, this was the guy that made Perfect Blue. Like,
Yeah, right. Like it was a romp for sure. Like, this is one that I'm probably going to try and get a DVD copy for because my wife needs to watch this. Unfortunately, part of the reason we had to do a watch party in the first place because I was originally planning on watching it with my wife, and then we were going to do the episode on it, but we had to do a watch party instead because you can't get it. I mean, you can watch the Japanese like with subtitles on Tubi, and I know you can rent it on Apple TV, but I don't know if it's Japanese only or if it has an English dub available. And those are the only two places you can get it digitally, legally.
yes,
Aside from that, you have to buy a physical copy.
which thankfully got a recent re-release and it's fairly affordable still.
Yeah, it's on as of right now, it's on Amazon for the Blu-ray DVD combo for like $20. So
Yeah, with the new G Kids dub and I think the subs on here. Oh no, the subs are in there because the dub is listed as a bonus feature,
yeah, which is really funny.
which is funny. Um, it's just so also that wonderful scene with the posters in the background where you can just see Perfect Blue and Millennium Actress in the background.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
well, at this point, I feel like we kind of have to just. We've already done half of his movies. I feel like we should just plow forward and at some point in the future do the other two.
yeah, I gotta rewatch Millennium Actress, and then we should definitely talk about Paprika because Paprika is a lot of people like it's like poor Millennium Actress. Like this movie, little tagline is from the director of Perfect Blue and Paprika.
Mm-hmm. I
Millennium
liked
Actress.
Millennium Mattress a lot. I thought it was a good movie.
I've heard it's great. Like I remember liking it back in the day. Um, but I've heard it's also mindfucky.
Yeah, it is a little bit, not as much as Perfect Blue, and it is kind of sad a little bit, but it's a good movie. I enjoyed it.
I'll have to watch that soon again.
I
But
believe it's on.
I have the Blu-rays, so I'm
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it's definitely on Prime. I think it's on Crunchyroll as well, but I'm not 100% sure.
I have the I have all the I got all the I'm such a Satoshi Kon fan. I bought all the films Blu-rays. So
And the series, is that anywhere or is that on?
it
Because you said it was a Funimation dub, right? So
it
is it on Crunchyroll?
was on Funimation. I don't know if it survived the Crunchyroll shift. Let me check.
What's it called?
Paranoia Agent. Let me look it up real quick.
Oh, I've heard of that.
God damn it, my Crunchyroll app is out of date. No. God damn it.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Actually, I saw somebody talking about that one recently.
Okay, my app has been updated. I can search now. Um, here.
Um,
Oh yeah, it's on Crunchyroll. Dub and sub.
okay. I'm gonna have to watch that. Oh, apparently Michelle Ruff and Johnny M. Bosch are in it.
That sounds about right. Yeah, that was Satoshi Kon's anime series. He also did a few early not the new series, but he did a couple of the original JoJo's anime episodes.
Really?
Hmm.
Like
You look
the
up
old OVAs?
the old anime stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah. No, he was a very interesting guy. He influenced a lot of directors, particularly Darren Aronofsky.
Mhm.
Despite what he says. Uh, it's pretty obvious. I mean, hell, Christopher Nolan, Inception is it's paprika. It's straight up just paprika. So
Yeah.
but
Oh man. But yeah,
yeah,
I definitely encourage anybody to if you have the availability to pick up a copy and check it out because it is definitely a worthy movie to add to your Christmas collection.
it is a joy to watch, through and through. It's a little weird, but all anime is a little weird.
This is
So
true. This is true.
I gave it 4 stars. I'd say
That's fair. Yeah.
4 stars is a healthy, like 5 star. It
I
has
didn't
to be a perfect movie.
I didn't even go as far as giving it a 4.5 because there is no point throughout this movie where I was bored. Not one.
No, well, because it was like the whole time you're like, what's gonna happen next? Like,
And the characters are also endearing too.
they are like, each one of them has their moment. Like the thing that's really strong in this movie is they give each character a moment to shine, for better or for worse.
And I feel like Satoshi Kon was trying to say something too about how the world treats the homeless.
Well, I think the biggest moment in the film is right at the end when the family that got their baby back, like flat out, like when the detective brings up the fact that they're homeless, they flat out say, "We don't care. We want to meet them." It's an interesting. Satoshi Kon is unfortunately one of those directors who we lost way too soon because I think he could have done so many more films and said so many more things.
It's a shame for sure, but I'm glad we at least got what we did.
We got 4 of the most iconic anime films. We got four of some of the most influential anime films of all time.
And I've heard a lot of good things about Paranoia Agent, so
I've heard phenomenal things about Paranoia Agent. Paprika's phenomenal film. I really wish his final film got made, but I don't think it's ever going to get finished.
At this point, probably not.
No, I think they've just basically said without him, there's just no way to finish it.
I mean, that's fair. Because for what I've seen from his movies, it's not like somebody can just pick it up and say, "Okay, let me just add some finishing touches here." Like, no, that guy had something up with his brain.
Well, especially because apparently his final film was supposed to be like a fantastical film. Like it was supposed to
so good.
It would have been like a very different film compared to his other ones.
Like a kind of like how like a Spirited Away or like a
From what I remember, the main character was a robot.
Castle. Oh, okay, interesting.
I forget what it was called. It was like partially done, and Madhouse like tried to finish it, but they just couldn't do it without a direction.
Yeah, makes sense.
Unfortunately.
Oh well.
Let me see. What was it supposed to be called? Oh, they don't even list it on Wikipedia anymore. Probably because they deleted the thing because it wasn't technically a film that was ever made. Oh, Dreaming Machine. That's what it was supposed to be called.
Oh.
And we'll probably never see the light. It'll probably never see the light of day.
And I never ever like released the script or anything, or
no. There's some concept art and some ideas floating around, but other than that, it's probably never gonna be seen. So.
Oh well.
But yeah, that was this week's of our December months. We have a couple more weeks left of this month before next year.
Yeah, we got to figure out what we're doing for next week, and then after that was our sitcom thing.
Sitcom episode. Yeah, we can figure that out after the ending. But I guess now good enough time to say once again, guys, thank you for joining us on Geek Addicts. You can find Geek Addicts on all the major podcasting platforms, particularly Apple Podcast and Spotify. Be sure to check us out over on the Superpod Network. That is superpodnetwork.com. Awesome site where you can find a whole bunch of different podcasts, videos, blogs, all sorts of fun stuff over there. And anyways, guys, once again, thank you for joining us, and we will see you all later.
Have a good one.